to Connor McGregor. Boy, the champions just are falling left and right. Huge loss in Vegas over the weekend, as Holly Holmes lost.
Lost as well.
So what do you do when you lose? Ronda Rousey went into hiding for 3 months.
Cried, ate, didn't work out. And then he decides, nope, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to go meet a bunch of ladies.
And did. Went to a nightclub where he was partying till, well, I believe the people who took this left at 3:30 in the morning, and he was still partying.
Yeah, Harvey, you know, Connor, it's different from Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey, that was a fight that was kind of supposed to solidify her legacy, undefeated, all this stuff. This guy went up 2 weight classes and fought a guy who was a lot bigger than him. He lost. He was doing a lot of smack talking. He lost, but he's not really embarrassed, and he wasn't going to show people that his spirit's been broken. So he hit the nightclub, and he partied really hard that night. And on TMZ Sports on FS1 later tonight, we'll show you the next morning he got up and hit up a bikini pool party and was partying with a bunch of hot chicks the next day.
Now, I'm going to make an argument to you that what he's doing is deflecting something that's really obvious, that you say this wasn't as important a fight as Ronda. I disagree with you, because that smack talk at the news conference is for the week following were so intense, and he was so rude and arguably racist with Nate Diaz.
To me, yeah, exactly. Now that I look back on that, Nate Diaz had stepped in and taken the fight on short notice. So if you're Connor and the rest of the UFC, maybe you're thinking that some fans might be disappointed by that. So how then do you sell that fight? You have to go over the top in order to sell the fight. So it wasn't specifically about the opponent as much as it was trying to sell that fight.
Why would we think he's being disingenuous if he's making those comments all week long? And it was nasty.
Also, you got to remember that he had been spending months training for Rafael Dos Anjos, who fights a certain way, and then in comes this other guy. Connor was the one taking the risk. Fighting up 2 weight classes like that is a huge risk. Nate Diaz is a great fighter, but he's fought a lot of guys that
he was out of shape, though.
Don't be mistaken. He's training for a full triathlon, Harvey. He's in great shape. He just fought recently.
But he said himself that he was slow in the first round because he was...
camp. He didn't have a training camp, but he's still in shape.
It's not to say that the loss is not somewhat embarrassing for McGregor. It is to say, though, that I actually have to say I gained some respect for him in the way that he handled the loss.
I know, you changed the conversation. Yeah. Like, don't you think if you were his publicist, you'd advise him to do something like this?
Yeah.
To go home and sit, and everybody's going to be like, he lost, and that's the last conversation you're going to hear until he fights again. But this one, I'm like, oh, he's cool, he's attractive, he looks great in a suit, look at him clubbing.
He's already talking smack again. After he hit the club, he went on Facebook and started talking smack to all these other opponents. So he's back at it. He's looking to the next fight. He'll beat somebody else up, and this will just be, you know, he'll get a rematch with Nate Diaz. People will watch that, too.
And he's hot.
Yasmin in Buffalo, New York, and I'm not mad at Connor. This is how you take an ass whipping in style. You party in Vegas, you're surrounded by a bunch of half-naked women. He made losing look good. I'm sorry.
He makes everything look good. He makes that suit look real good.